Mr. Yee Chia Hsing.
Deputy Speaker, sir, I rise in support of the motion to thank the President for her maiden address. The President mentioned that Singaporeans want to live in a fair and just society. She also asked that we must have the courage to go for bold changes and not just tweak things at the margin. One area which I think we should reconsider is our unwritten principle of relying on market forces and being generally reluctant to impose too much regulation in the spirit of promoting free enterprise. However, market forces may at times result in inequitable outcomes. Sir, one area which I'm concerned about is the relative mismatch in bargaining power between small businesses or SMEs vis-à-vis big corporate landlords for commercial and retail space when it comes to leasing contracts. Allow me to elaborate. Over the past few years, control of commercial and retail space is getting more concentrated. A handful of large property management and investment companies now control a large slice of the market and are in the position to influence leasing practices and rental rates collectively. Typically, most SMEs leasing commercial or retail spaces from these big landlords will be offered an initial lease period of 3 years. Upon the expiry of the 3-year period, many tenants receive a rude shock from these landlords that rates have increased significantly. They are thus forced to pay the higher rentals. Even if they choose to move out, they would face heavy losses as their investment in the furniture and fittings would become worthless. Moreover, very often, they even have to fork out more money to reinstate the premises to the original bare shell condition. The current situation thus allows the landlord to hold small businesses ransom due to the unequal bargaining position. Deputy Speaker, sir, I decided to talk about this topic as I was eating at the cafe on the ground floor of an office building and overheard the lady boss telling her staff that they most likely are going to close soon, as the landlord has informed her that rental will increase by 50% upon renewal. Sir, if we uphold the concept of fairness, then this is indeed not a level playing field between the landlord and the tenant. Our fellow member, Mr. Murali Pillai, also spoke about this during an adjournment motion on the power imbalance in contracts involving small businesses in February this year. In his speech, he advocated offering small businesses the same level of protection as would be offered to individuals. This is the case in Australia and to a lesser extent, Hong Kong. Deputy Speaker, sir, there is an urgent need to relook about how such unfair practices are affecting small businesses. If left unchecked, it may harm entrepreneurship, increase cost of doing business, and eventually lead to higher cost of living in Singapore. Sir, I think the initial lease term of 3 years is too short a period for new businesses trying to set up shop. The short lease period would not allow them to build up a steady clientele base for them to recover their investment in their furniture and fittings. As such, I would like to propose that landlords have to give all prospective new tenants the option to lease for a period of up to 5 years, while subsequent renewals can remain at 3 years. This allows a longer runway for SMEs to build their businesses and recover their investment in the premises. An exemption from granting the 5-year option may be made for tenants who take over existing furniture and fittings from a previous tenant and do not have to reinstate the premises to a bare shell condition upon the expiry of their leases. This will help lower business costs and discourage landlords from inserting the reinstatement requirement into their leasing contracts. The reinstatement requirement is not only costly to business, but also environmentally wasteful. Without the reinstatement clause, businesses who take over furniture and fittings may only need to make minor renovation adjustments. This will help lower business costs. Deputy Speaker, sir, for too long, we have left things to market forces and not imposed any regulation on commercial and retail leases. I think it is time to consider this as a sacred cow which we have to slay in the name of fairness and help level the playing field for small businesses. On this note, I reaffirm my support for the motion. Thank you.